This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
Okay, so what do they say is the key to any successful relationship?
When you can read into another person's demeanor and the way they're acting. Like right now I'm sensing that you're being a jerk.
Coming for you?
I don't know why are you coming for me?
The key to any successful relationship would be communication.
Right. And I'm the king of communicators.
Liar.
King communicator.
Liar. For the guy that communicated to me whilst on a plane that I'm going to LA.
Oh, I forgot about yeah. That's a good way to start this one. I didn't think about that.
Right.
I said, by the way, I'm on an airplane. You're like, where are you going?
Not I'm on my way to the airport. I booked a ticket. I am on the airplane.
Right.
Right.
Like pushing back.
Like next weekend, I'm just going to.
Who does that?
I'm going to text you and be like, by the way, I'm on the airplane to go see Ellie for the weekend. See ya.
By the way, it just landed in Miami.
Right. Who does that?
I actually felt really bad about that.
You're like, you sent me a text and I was like, excuse me? Like said something like, are you being sarcastic? I'm like, yes.
I sent you a text saying, I'm on the air. Don't get mad. I'm on the airplane right now.
No, you didn't
LA.
say don't get mad, but I was just like, you're like, I was so busy. I didn't know. I couldn't even book my own ticket. Gretch had to do it. I'm like, well, Gretch knew you were going.
Well, I called her. Yeah, but you're at work. I didn't.
I know. You can shoot me
you're
a
in the middle of
text.
fucking surgery or whatever. I don't want you to get.
Shoot me a text. I'll read later. You could leave me a voicemail. I'll get later.
There's no way you'll get a voicemail later.
Hey, what if it's from you? I'd listen to it.
I shot you a text, but I just happened to be. And I was running like a maniac, so I couldn't, You're
driving into the car. You got a 10-minute drive. You could have shot me a voicemail.
I could have a voicemail, but I figured you don't listen to voicemail.
But if it was from you, I would, because I'm like, why is he sending me a voicemail?
Yeah. I was up at the lake. Let's fill everybody in.
Okay, so let's try to justify your actions.
I was up at the lake, and I had an appointment at 9:30.
And might I add that it was therapy. So obviously you didn't talk about communication.
You really tell people that?
What? Mental health is... There's
no, but I'm not telling people I was at a therapy appointment.
Well, you are now.
Physical therapy, folks. It was physical therapy.
Talk about this in therapy next time.
It was physical therapy, yeah.
You did too. You said like a month ago or 2 months ago that you were going to do it and you were ready. So why are you taking it back now and ashamed?
Now that I win, I'm ashamed. I don't know. Anyhow, I finished my appointment at 10:30, and I got a notice saying you have an audition in L.A. in person at 5:40. Can you make it? And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. This happens once in a while. Should I go? Should I do it? Should I cancel? The last one I canceled on and everything else, too. So the only airline that had a direct flight was Spirit Airlines. So I figured I'm either going to make it there or I'm going to fucking crash and die because I considered Spirit Airlines to be a hunk of fucking junk.
They say that, but not one has crashed yet. So
I thought mine was going to be the one.
I think every person
text Kiley, didn't say goodbye, and I crash.
Right. I am like slightly irritated with you. So I'm like, well, crash then. I didn't think that, but maybe initially.
Okay, cut the podcast. Cut the podcast. This is our last episode, folks. Anyway, so yeah, I get on the plane. Spirit Airlines kind of looks like a cargo plane with seats inside.
I think that it was.
And the funniest thing, Gretch is booking my ticket over the internet while I'm driving, and that's the only nonstop flight, so I got to take it. I can't get one anywhere else. And it goes into LAX, not Burbank, which I needed to go to Burbank.
Well, did you know that at the time?
I kind of did.
Oh, okay.
I figured it out on the plane, and it's like too late, but that's the only way to get down to LA.
Didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, and so I figured I'll get an Uber. And but yeah, Spirit Airlines is funny. They charge you $4.99 for water on Spirit Airlines.
Insane. I mean, I guess that's what they charge you in the airport terminal.
Yeah, but they have like different snacks and like it's $10.99 for like a drink.
How much was your ticket?
A ticket was cheap. Ticket was like $140.
Oh,
straight flight.
I was
yeah,
expecting cheaper than that, but for the lack of beverage,
last minute and thing. I think it was $140. I guess something like that. Anyway, and then they charge you. If your bag doesn't fit under your seat, they charge you to put your bag in the overhead.
Yes, I know.
There's no way all those
people... Were you pissed because you had to put your backpack under there?
Well, I didn't like it, but I could have put up, but no one has said a word.
Is it like, do you have to buy a seat, or is it you put whatever, like Southwest?
No, it's seat assignments.
A seat assignment, okay.
Yeah, and then and you know what was crazy is the lady who was sitting next to me was hacking like a motherfucker the whole way there.
Awesome.
Like hacking like Joe Biden.
How do you know that Joe Biden's hacking?
Because he's faking COVID, whatever he's doing.
Okay.
We're really into politics now. We've been watching all this politics.
Well, it's been
this
a
week.
very eventful political
week. Very eventful week. But anyway, yeah, so I go to LA and I get there and I got to go all the way from LA to Burbank. So I'm thinking, well, I got to kill a few hours in the airport. So I kind of, as I had my stuff on from just going to therapy, a hat on, everything. I had to comb my hair. I had to go to the LA bathroom. I tried to go in the transgender bathrooms.
You couldn't? Or you felt
They're
bad?
no. I kept walking by because they kept saying in use because I wanted to be alone in the bathroom so I could change my clothes and do my hair.
Everybody also was like,
in LA bathroom. So then they have a transgender one on the men's and a transgender one on the women's. So I went by the men's, figuring I'm kind of a man or whatever.
You're kind of a man.
Whatever you want to talk about.
How are you?
When people look at me, they figure I'm a man. They don't really know when you're going to the transgender.
Right. They
but
don't
if I go to the
know
women transgender,
if your
it
pants
looks like
has
a man.
P or a V.
Right. But if I go to the women's side of the bathroom for the transgender bathroom, they actually see like a guy going in.
What is in your pants? Just joking.
This right here.
Oh.
Okay. So I figure I don't want to mess with the women because I don't want someone, hey, some weird guy is going in the transgender bathroom in the women's side.
But what if you?
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna. So it's in use. So like then I went by a few times. I walked by a few times because I'm like, got to go in this quick. And I'm kind of embarrassed, I don't know why. And only LA would have these bathrooms too.
I mean,
maybe New York or whatever.
It's handy, obviously.
But anyway, and so and I'm figuring it's a one-person bathroom with a lock because
it says in use.
So it keeps saying in use. So finally, I said it won't change. So I went and checked the handle. It's locked. They just locked those fuckers up.
Oh,
and I looked at the women's. We
pretend that we have these transgender
because
bathrooms.
There's probably going to be people going in there like I was going to go in there.
There's probably people that go and like sleep in there for an hour.
Right. Go have sex in there.
Ooh, totally.
Yeah, or whatever. Whatever you want to do in there. But I was legitimately combing my hair and getting ready for my appearance.
You were having your feminine moments, and you needed that transgender bathroom.
Right, and then I go, fuck it, I'm going to go on the girl's side.
You did not.
Yeah, I did. And I walked by
for the transgender?
Yeah, and I walked by a few times, and it was latched. So
I bet you're right.
I think they lock them permanently.
Because they have too many problems, I bet.
Yeah, they have all kinds of people taking drugs in there. Who knows what they're doing. Yeah.
So they're probably like, we can't actually have this because it's...
But they need to have it because they need to have it.
Because it's, yes.
I get it.
They need to be politically correct.
Yeah. So anyway, that didn't work out. So I had to do, all this shit in the mainstream.
In front of all the other males.
In the mainstream bathroom, yeah.
Did you get looks of judgment?
I don't think so. I just ignored it. I put blinders on and I put water on my face, my hair, and just did my hair.
Okay.
While people were washing their hands and walking around me.
I mean, I feel like that probably
they're probably like, well, this guy's going somewhere or whatever.
He's got a meeting.
Yeah, he's got a meeting. So anyway, I waited a little too long, and I go out to get an Uber, and I've been to LAX a lot of times for auditions or whatever, so I know exactly where to get the Ubers or taxis.
Right.
But Spirit Airlines is some fucking... I can't talk. Spirit Airlines is in some terminal that's
BFE
coming
terminal.
from India where we pick Matt up at, the opposite side.
I might have known where it was then.
Yeah, so I go out. I'm starting to walk to where the Ubers are because it looks the same appearance-wise. I start walking. I'm like, this doesn't look right. This is like, there's no Ubers down here. Like, I'm in the wrong terminal. I go, oh my God, I'm not in the usual one.
Right.
And so I look, and there's a bus that says Uber, Lyft, whatever.
Well,
so I get on the bus, and I get on there, and I ask the lady, I said, is this the bus to the Uber? And yeah.
Uber lot.
So now I'm kind of running a little more late, and I only got I got like an hour and 50 minutes to get there, hour and 45 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. This bus proceeds to stop at every single stop at LAX and wait there 5 minutes for nobody to get on. And went all the way around, finally get to the Uber. So I get to the Uber guy, and I get in the car, and the guy gets on the freeway, and it's bumper to bumper. And
awesome.
I'm like, fuck, how far is this ride? I look down at my thing, and it says an hour and 27 minutes.
Oh, no.
So now I'm an hour and 50 minutes from my audition, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, oh, my God. And then the one guy looks, and he goes, like, he made a mistake picking me up because he was like, oh, fuck, we're in the rush hour.
Right.
And he started getting all, like, weaving in and out, going nowhere.
He's kind of pissed.
Yeah, and
or maybe he's like, I should not have taken this route.
He should not have taken it. And then he's like, I got to go all the way here. How am I going to get a ride back? And he started bitching to me.
You're like, I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. I forgot about LA traffic. And then I kind of befriended him as we get there. Anyway, I get there 5 minutes before my audition. 5 minutes. Go in, do the audition, come back out, get an Uber to the airport, make my other flight on the way home by 20 minutes, and go home.
Right.
And then went back and did it all again because I got a call back.
Well, at least you learned because you called me before you got on the flight.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I felt really bad. That's stupid.
You should have.
It was stupid, but it felt like I couldn't get a hold of you or whatever because it felt like you're busy at work. And I was like, oh, she'll be home for lunch.
You didn't have to physically talk to me.
I know, but But you're okay with it now.
Well, yeah.
You back me, support me.
I do. I didn't care that you went. I cared that you told
me
when you were on the plane.
I'm going to therapy for you.
Lies. You're going for yourself. Mm-hmm.
I am not.
Yeah, you
But
are.
anyway, yeah. So I got a call back for this audition and went to the audition again.
Right.
And when this acting world, people are mostly nice. Almost everybody's nice. But there's this one fucker in there that was on the first audition I went to, and I went in the bathroom real quick to put. It's a Christmas commercials. I put on a green sweater, and this guy's in there about my age. He's in there, and he's doing the kind of the same thing. He took off his shirt. The guy takes off his shirt. He's ripped to shreds.
Yeah, how does that happen if he's about your age?
Who is this guy? He's obviously got no kids.
Oh, okay.
He has nothing to do besides work out, whatever he is. His face is not good looking. Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, he didn't have a good face?
I didn't think so.
Oh, well, that's good.
He had a beard. Hard to tell, But anyway, he just, and so I go, oh, hey, you doing the Christmas audition too? And I start kind of laughing. Looks at me, snubs me.
Oh.
Doesn't even say hi or nothing. Just kind
doesn't even respond.
Looks at me like I'm a piece of shit and walks out.
Oh.
And I go, whatever, you're a piece of shit.
Right.
So on my way out from the callback, he walks in again. I go,
God
hey.
Damn it.
No, I go, hey, you got a callback. He looks at me, snubs me again.
Oh, boy.
Motherfucker. Some people are so mean. Like, I know we're competition, but who cares?
But still, if you're like
if he would have came up to me and says, hey, what did you do in there? I would have told him exactly what we did. Because people, they're going for a look or whatever else too. They're not going for
look, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking for some talent, I guess, but they're going for a look or what they want, So anyway, yeah. So we'll see what happens with this one. Kind of exciting.
Right.
And then I came home. I was bitching to you after Newport that I'm not getting auditions. This and this, and then I got auditioned for a lead and everything. I had to do a monologue and everything. Did that one too.
I'm just happy I haven't had to do anything for it.
Yeah, because it was a monologue.
I know.
So I just deliver it to camera. And
you just hop on a plane without me knowing. You do a monologue. I don't have to help. I'm out of your life.
I'm going to start working out secretly, too, and take off my shirt and be all ripped. And then you're really going to love it. Then you're really going to love it.
How much more are you going to work out?
I can't work out.
You're going to start secretly taking Ozempic?
Yeah, I need it. It's Wegovy is what I want.
Wegovy? You're going to start secretly taking Wegovy?
Yeah, I need Wegovy. Take this pill right here, this big old pill. We got this giant pill on our desk. Yeah, so anyway, and then came home, and I go to acting class, which I haven't been for like a month, and River goes to acting class, and he announces, because you always say your successes, whatever, he announces, raises his hand, I got a audition for General Hospital. So I look back at him, and I go, you do?
Yeah, how does it feel?
And the whole class like this, and River's like, well, you didn't tell me. You went to L.A. yesterday.
Yeah, how does it feel? But like father, like son, apparently.
Right.
You both just keep your secrets until
secrets,
it happens.
And then so the whole class goes, you went to L.A. yesterday?
Pretty Little Liars over here.
Yeah, Pretty Little Liars. I'm a pretty old liar. I think I just found the name of our podcast.
You did. Oh.
They call me a senior liar.
Senior liar.
Yeah, I used to, in my past life, I was a big liar.
I know. I used to catch you all the time.
I know. Finally, I just give up. Well, it's like, I really get in trouble telling the truth.
Right, which you rarely actually did.
Right. What if I went to L.A. all the way and lied to you, went there and came back?
I had no idea.
And then came home.
You're like, I just had to go to the bank.
I'm like, yeah.
I go back to work. You stroll in and be like, I'm at the gym, all these things.
No, I'm
why
at the
you're
gym.
not home till 9.
No, yeah. Oh, I got to go. River needs something at the lake. I got to run up to Tahoe.
I'm going to be at my parents fixing something.
And actually, Mom and Dad said, is it okay if I just stay up here and go to dinner with them? And be back finally 9:30 at night. I'm back.
Like this, you would do something like that.
No, I would not go that elaborate.
Layer on layer of lies.
The second time I went down to L.A. for the callback was crazy because I get to the airport, all these fucking people laying around and doing stuff. I'm like, what is going on? I'm close to my flight, not within a half an hour.
When it's early, it was like 7 a.m.
Yeah, 7:30 a.m. So then I get to Burbank and I look around at people. It's packed. I'm like, what is going on? So I call Kiley and she informs me that they had some Microsoft
went down. They're saying they went down, not got hacked. I think it means they got hacked.
Yeah,
don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Yeah. It means something. Like,
I feel like
China
they probably just
doing
got
something.
hacked.
Yeah, that shows you though
how much
one
we
day you're just
going to
sit there and be like, I can't get to my bank account.
Right.
I can't go get a ticket.
No.
I can't even fill up my fucking gas tank.
No, yeah.
Because your credit card won't bang, People don't use cash.
A bunch of hospitals went down because that was their operating system was Microsoft based.
Well, bigger than a hospital. Get this.
What?
When I get to Burbank, I have to kill a couple hours, I go to Starbucks.
How?
So I go to Starbucks and I just order water. And I get my water and I'm sitting there. And I'm doing my thing, and I start to notice. all the employees gather around the computers. And they're all scratching their heads and going, what's going on? So then they put these signs on the door, which I didn't know what the signs were until later. And then they get this guy comes in with a walkie-talkie, which is like, now I know he's the IT guy.
Right.
And he's saying, don't touch any screens, don't touch any screens. So I called you right about that point. Like, what is going on about this? And all the Starbucks were shut down.
I like how you said that greater than hospitals going down is the Starbucks going down. Why is that greater than the surgery you need to have done?
Because more fucking people are getting coffee in the morning and all day.
Boy.
Then
you better get you can't treat a patient if you don't have your coffee.
Yeah, what doctor you want? You're working, I didn't have a cup of coffee yet. You imagine how grumpy the doctor is? He can get his coffee and then his computer's down at the hospital. But, so that's a big deal. I mean, I was thinking about it. Like, if it goes down, everybody should have a little cash stashed away. You should for emergencies. And, most people never have enough cash to last you more than a month.
I wouldn't.
Or whatever. No.
I mean, if I didn't have you, I would have no cash.
Right. And most people don't, especially anybody under 30 definitely doesn't have any cash because they don't even know what cash is hardly because they just deal in,
their phone.
Yeah. And so if it doesn't bing and
so
your
that
credit cards don't process,
with, like, the
think
Microsoft phones, because doesn't Microsoft make a phone? Maybe they don't.
Well, they do,
Google.
yeah. No, they do. They do make their phones. But I mean, isn't Google and Microsoft one of the same? I don't even know.
No idea.
But yeah, I don't think it was something with the phones. I think it was something with a certain type.
It was like
system.
Microsoft app, or no, it was Microsoft 365 apps.
Oh, okay. Which obviously a lot of things use.
But yeah.
And so, anyways, a pretty big deal. So then I go back to the Burbank is putting a new Starbucks in. And they're all gathered around, looking at the computers again, so it's still down.
Starbucks down.
Yeah,
it's funny that it took that long for it to go down.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what happened big time with the airlines?
No.
Is that a lot of people are going to the Olympics?
Oh shit!
A lot of people are traveling. There's a guy swimming with us that he says his wife they got delayed, and they finally left at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah.
Because it was American United and Delta that went down in the U.S.
That's the ones. That's the airlines people are taking to Paris, And so all their flights got all messed up to the Olympics. Yeah. Speaking of that, the Olympics opening ceremonies next week, Friday.
I'm excited. Love the Olympics.
Be good. And we have a good friend of mine that I swim with. His son is in the 200 free, Luke Hobson, and the 200 free or 800 free relay.
Oh, nice.
So he's the swim team went to Croatia. They've been in Croatia to train.
That was their training.
And I guess they're staying at a really nice hotel.
I bet they are.
And training.
It's shitty, though. You can't really do much because you're training.
He says they've gone on a couple of ventures.
Oh,
and
that's
then
good.
3 nights now, they let them on their own to go out to dinner on their own.
Nice.
To explore and go to dinner. And he goes, they've been doing some fun things, but they're probably having the time of their life, the whole Olympic team.
I've heard once you get to the Olympics, you kind of have to stay on the campus until you're done.
That's why they're staying in Croatia longer because the accommodations of the Olympics are way worse than what they're living high life in Croatia right now.
Yeah.
It's one, it's lockdown, and two, it's
you're like in dorms.
You're in dorms rooms, and it's hot and it's not as convenient. I mean, there is, but I mean, it's the accommodations aren't as good. But as soon as you get done with your events, you have to leave. You have to leave the village and go on your own because they bring the track people in. They bring
week 1 week
show. Yeah. So he's leaving. He's been traveling for 2 months now.
He's like, go home?
Yeah, he wants to go home for a few.
Do nothing?
And he's only going. He's going to his girlfriend's house for a week, then going home, and then going back to Austin to train again. Yeah,
that's insane.
But so the Olympics, that'll be fun. What's her name? What's the chick? Simone Biles will be there. Mm-hmm. Watching her. I'm not really that into gymnastics, but I really enjoy watching her.
That documentary
I think she's cool.
Came out yesterday or Thursday or something, so we should watch that.
And I know all about the mental breakdown, but people will maybe criticize her for that, but I don't at all. I get it, man.
No, and what it kind of was is it's basically like her childhood trauma was coming back at her.
I'm sure.
And she was afraid to go to therapy because of the stigma, and because I saw a little bit of an interview, and she was like, I finally went to therapy because I was too afraid to go before, and it helps me so much.
Yeah, me and Simone Biles.
Right. Yes. Well, you are almost at the point where you might become a Paralympic in the next Olympics.
I might become a small black woman.
No, you might become an amputee.
Oh, amputee. Yeah. I mean, that would be the highlight if you did
That'd be
an
a
amputee.
silver lining because. Yeah. Looks like that toe might be going, and you maybe need to lose a couple more.
I thought we're done talking about my toes, but today at swimming, Bridget looks at me and she goes, "What happened to your toes?" So I had to tell her the whole story. I'm just like, oh my God. I should just make up one accident that I damaged both toes, and then I would be okay. But My toes
I mean,
look
but that one's not looking
looked like
good.
Nora Jones been gnawing on those things
That
for a
one
while.
looks like we might have to hit up a urgent care for a Z-Pack.
I know. It's getting a little infected. Kylie's coaching me through the sterilization of the toe.
Trying.
Yeah.
Or listening isn't always great.
I know. Last week, when I was sitting in the airport, well, not last week, but when I was sitting in the airport
Which time?
in Burbank, the second time, I had a good hour and a half to kill, so I started listening. I didn't really listen fully to the Newport episode that we did with my mom and dad. I had to call Kiley.
You did.
I was crying. People must have been looking at me. I was crying, laughing. My mom is the funniest freaking person
Your mom
ever.
just says whatever is on her mind, and she doesn't even know she's funny. She just says it.
God, I know. That's what makes her so funny.
Right.
But she is hilarious. I called Kiley. I said, just go to 35 minutes in and go to this spot. And I said, hey, Mom, what do you think of that Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating guy? And she says,
he looks like a hot dog piece of shit.
hot dog piece of shit.
Or a piece of shit hot dog.
Yeah.
He looks like a piece of shit hot dog.
And I mean, see, we can't, it's not funny
I
when
know.
we say it.
Well, we don't have like and then I just said right behind her, like, a piece of shit hot dog. Like, you really just called this man this.
Oh, it was funny. That
like,
whole episode was so funny. So I recommend any of our listeners go back and listen to that. It's really funny. We say a lot of stuff about Joe LaMonica. My dad's golfing and stuff. So it's very funny. So go back and
listen to that one if you haven't.
Yeah,
it's a good one. It's a keeper.
Listen to that one. Last week, so I was in the airport, Burbank Airport again.
With the fucking
on
airport.
Tuesday. That's where I spent my whole friggin' week.
The airports that you weren't going to tell me you were in, but it's fine.
I'll tell you after I got there. They had the MLB All Star Game on.
Yes, that was Tuesday.
And I didn't hear this till after, but the chick, I can't remember her name.
Ingrid something.
Andress or something like that.
Some with an A,
Ingrid Andress or something like that.
I don't think it's Andress.
Andress. It's the great Hyatt Andress in Maui.
Right.
So she was a 4-time Grammy Award-winning singer, and I guess she was drunk singing the national anthem.
Apparently, so she says
and
after
it was
the
so
fact.
bad. And I wanted Kiley, pull it up, Kiley.
It's so bad.
When I'm talking. Yeah, and so she's just a young-looking girl. She had cowboy boots on. Her hair was kind of messy and stuff.
If this is what a Grammy singer sounds like,
yeah, it's a little newscast. We'll play a little bit
year.
of this thing. Just tell me when you're going.
I'm going.
Okay, go ahead. I'll bring it in.
Whoa.
I was drunk.
The guy comes in and says, I was drunk. And she said you're drunk. She's going to do you think she really needs to go to rehab, or she just says she has to go to rehab?
No, she just says that because her publicist made her.
Like, you need to go to rehab.
You have to cover. You have to make this better, and say you have a
she's probably
problem.
having a good old time, and she probably can't tell how she sounds. She's obviously a very good singer. She's not a shitty singer.
That was not great.
Yeah, and
I maybe could do better than that. Maybe. You want me to try? Just joking.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody wants to hear you. But oh my God, that was so funny. I didn't see the national anthem, so I might have saw it, but I didn't hear it. You know, you could see it.
Because you were at the airport.
What were the players'
again.
faces doing?
They were probably
were they like,
oh my
what
God.
the fuck is going on?
What's happening?
Or they had to be like laughing a little bit.
Well, what were all the fans doing?
There was a lot
cringing.
I watched it earlier because I wanted to see it, but there was a lot of chatter in the audience.
Because they were probably
like,
what's
what
going
the hell
on?
is this? Is she okay?
Is she a professional?
Or is this a joke singer
Right.
or whatever? Who knows?
Are we getting pranked? Punked.
You know who that singer sounded like?
No.
These guys.
Ha ha.
Or these guys.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage.
America.
And Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. I think we could sing the national anthem after hearing that. As long as I did it in that accent. And the Rockets. And
well, first and foremost, you need to learn the words to the national anthem.
Gave truth.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll stop. No one wants to hear that.
Nobody.
Okay, dear.
Yes, darling.
Let's talk a little politics.
Oh, okay.
Now,
we normally don't go political on this show.
I know, but we need to. The Republican National Convention, Biden, all this shit's coming up with Biden. But
we don't even really know what's coming with Biden. It's all hearsay.
Let's be impartial, but talk about this a little bit. We need to talk about this a little bit.
Okie dokes.
The Republican Party and Trump campaign is dominating over the Democratic Party because the Democrats almost don't have a candidate.
Correct.
And Joe Biden, we can say it on this podcast, and whatever is a decrepit piece of shit.
Okay, I wouldn't call him a decrepit piece of shit.
I would call him
but...
a decrepit piece of shit.
Okay, Diane.
Okay, I know, but I'm just saying, in my mom's words, decrepit piece of shit.
Okay.
You can call Trump a piece of shit too.
He is aging, and he's not aging well at the moment.
He's kind of like an angry old man, you know. It's like he's like my papa was 98 and maybe articulated better than he does.
I think of it when I like see him. Does he really want to be president again, or he just doesn't want to like fail, or
he doesn't want to give up? No, he doesn't want to give up, and he's been shooting for this.
I think Jill's like, "Come on, you got it in you.
You got it in you. Suck it up." Giving her a speech.
I mean, how old is he? 78, something like that.
81.
Oh, 81.
Yeah.
81.
Like yeah, 81.
I hope I'm like sitting
81.
in a rocking chair drinking a glass of wine.
But this guy's been in politics his whole life. But
I know,
anyway,
don't know what he's done.
They're waiting for him to give up, and all these people are wanting to give up, and I don't think he is because it's his choice. It's not their fucking choice.
They nominated him.
Yeah, and then every primary nominated him to go to the convention and get all the delegates.
Right. Every Democrat out there voted for, not every.
So you're going to cancel
all their majority voted for him.
You're going to cancel all their primary votes, so he has to give up. But then they say if he gives up, he's not going to endorse Kamala to take the spot, so he doesn't believe in her.
Right.
People fucking hate her.
I'm not.
Biden and Kamala hated each other in the debates.
I think that they don't still like each other.
I don't even know if they liked each other.
You never see them together unless they absolutely have to be.
No, like you have to have a woman of color as your
I think
person.
that's what they said.
But I think personally, if Kamala came in there and started campaigning now and Biden backs her, and
she might,
she would do better maybe than Biden, even though people hate. So they're still going to lose. They're going to lose anyway.
I don't know if they're going to lose.
Now, the big thing is they're trying to get Biden to drop out, cancel Kamala out, basically. So the Kamala and who knows, Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, all these other Democratic governors, they go and basically have a standoff and give speeches, and then you vote for them real quick.
Nobody votes for them except for the people that are there, the delegates.
The delegates vote for them. That's it.
What pisses me off about that is that you're taking away the vote of the people.
The people.
And I get it; it's a weird circumstance, but still, you're taking away our citizens' votes.
You're taking away democracy,
right?
And they're accusing the Republican Party and Trump. He's not for democracy,
right? But you're literally picking your candidate that you want and putting him up for president because that's what you want, not what the people want. What you want.
Yeah. So the people already said. Biden said. So now you got all these people trying to force him out, but he doesn't want to leave.
Right.
He wants to stay. So what they did is they conveniently gave him COVID to think about this for a few days.
I wonder about the convenience of that factor as well.
He doesn't have COVID.
Well, I find it interesting that all of a sudden because he was actually in Nevada, in Las Vegas, that he's at some Mexican restaurant chatting it up, having a fucking enchilada. And all of a sudden, he's about to go to some radio show, and they're like, oh, just joking, you got COVID. I'm like, well, one, you probably tested him that morning, and you get a rapid test, so you know within 15 minutes. So you just didn't want him
hacking or something.
You just didn't want him on this radio show because you're afraid what he's going to say, so you cut him?
Right.
Or did he actually, because they said he has mild symptoms, so he probably didn't feel like that much of shit.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, bottom line, if you want to vote for Biden or Trump or whatever,
things are getting fishy.
You need a president that you can go to at 1 o'clock in the morning, wake his ass up, and say, "Go down to the Situation Room. We got to make a call."
Right.
How many times do you see Obama do that? How many times do you see Bush do that?
Right. Well, nothing happens between 8 and 5 Eastern Standard Time.
No. Everything happens in the middle of the night.
Right.
And so you can't have some old man taking this fucking Ozempic or whatever he takes.
I don't think he takes Ozempic.
Or, whatever I take, a statin pill. Here, taking this big pill. But anyway, it's just crazy out there.
It
and
is.
Now the mainstream media has to kind of maybe not praise Trump, but give real news. Not fake news.
Kind of.
Because they got to present the real news,
Well, Andy almost died, so then they kind of have to hit on that as well.
They're still going to keep hammering each other and do whatever. But anyway, they're still saying Gavin Newsom from California. Everybody hates that guy. I know that. But
just like he hasn't done actually anything
most
for that
people
state.
hate him. But he's a nice-looking guy with a gift of gab. He's Nancy Pelosi's fucking stepson or something like that.
Nephew.
And nephew. And they might be pushing him.
I think they are.
You don't think Nancy Pelosi is pushing Gavin Newsom?
I know for a fact she is.
Yeah, I mean, and people, it's a fact. People like a nice-looking guy.
Well, yeah.
And and I think that guy will sit up there and talk forever.
He will.
He'll have no problem debating Trump.
Well,
but how are they going to have a debate? He's too new. Like, how are you going to have a campaign?
Well, here's the thing, though. He's been traveling the country into China and stuff. He's setting himself up to be president.
Yeah, he's been setting himself up. But it doesn't make much sense because this person, if it's not going to be Kamala, is going to be
Like Newsom.
campaigning for a month and a half because they start
Right.
in 60 days. They
You
start
start early voting.
So I mean, think about it. So people are just voting for the parties anyway.
Yeah,
I
you're
get
just
that,
voting for
yeah.
your party, not the person.
But
Again, like that's what you want to do. You want to vote for your party, not the person.
it's a bad thing. If they knew this about Biden, which they did, they should have pulled this plug a fucking year ago.
No, they
Give
had
them
this
1 year.
I think that they did this plan so that they could control it.
They can control the narrative.
They can
coming out.
control it.
Like,
They can, yeah.
The higher ups or whoever's controlling the Democratic Party, they know who it is.
Yeah.
It's not Kamala.
No, yeah.
It might be Gavin Newsom. It might be some. I think it's Gavin Newsom
I think
because
it might be as
he's
well.
going everywhere.
I think it's him too.
Why is he going to China?
Right.
Why is the governor of
Of
California going to China?
China.
Right. Electric cars. Blah blah blah. So we'll see about this.
I know.
But right now, Democrats they're definitely going to lose this election if they don't if they don't do something.
It seems
if
just
they don't
a little.
shake this thing up.
It seems just a little erratic out
They're gonna
there.
they're gonna have to shake this up. But the best thing they could do is shake it up with a new candidate because then we give some energy to the party.
Maybe if
Right
you
now,
like that, I guess.
Right now, it's like blah 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 blah. It's like,
I know.
where's your candidate? Oh, he's sitting in his house, and he only comes out
He's in
after
Delaware.
8.
He's not even at the White House.
And so, you
He's been in
think,
Delaware all summer.
and he doesn't really have to drop out. He can just say, "I'm going to finish my presidency. I'm going to endorse Kamala, whether or whatever." He can't say other than that because he can't elect somebody that they elect him.
Yeah.
It's too. So I think they've had this plan,
I think they have too.
and they want to bring
It
it
just
to
seems like way too.
that will bring. Think about the excitement at the convention. Well,
right.
because you're like, oh my god, now we're going to listen to 10 people give speeches, and we're just
We're
going to
gonna watch
vote.
and see who's gonna.
It's going to
yeah.
be like fucking American Idol of politics. Think about
That's
it.
a very good way of putting it.
It's going to be.
This is
yeah. They're going to be
America
like
Democrats.
yeah. Tommy, dim the lights.
Oh no.
You hear Biden sitting there on the couch going, The Walking Dead clapping.
If I backed out and they were like, "We don't want you," and I backed out, I might not show up. But that's just me. I'd be like, "Fuck you." I'm staying.
You wouldn't.
I'm staying home.
I mean, you have to show up. You got to
Right.
show your support, but I mean,
Eh.
you might not mean it, you know?
Right.
So.
If they pushed me out, I'd not show some my support.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Fuck
But they're
you."
saying Obama saying he should drop out.
I know.
And then Nancy
Not a
Pelosi,
good
all the
sign. Well,
higher
I don't
ups.
think Nancy Pelosi should say shit. She should retire as well.
Is she retired? I don't even know.
She needs to. She's
Yeah.
one facelift away from looking like a cat.
Well, so the lady at the Quiet Woman.
Yes.
You know what Nancy Pelosi needs a little of? This. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com
To get your own bottle of Juicy Tits.
where life is the party.
I'm also pretty sure Nancy Pelosi has a boob job.
Nice.
I mean, if you like an 85-year-old tits.
Yeah, I've been checking those things out. Anyway, so the Republican had their convention. They announced J.D. Vance. Not Pence, Vance.
Oh, that's
Isn't it
weird.
funny they crossed out the 2 letters and put a V?
I didn't even think of that, yeah.
Right, put a VA instead of PE.
Yeah.
But anyway, now they're all the shit's coming out about him and everything else, and he's Trump's boy,
Oh, boy.
whatever. But I mean, I guess when you want to be the guy that aligns with your views, I would think so.
Yeah.
So Democratic, but don't put it past the Democratic
Oh,
Party
no,
to
they're
pull
not
this
done.
fucker out.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. We're trying to stay as biased as we can here, but we'll
I don't
see
think
what
that
happens.
it's coming off very biased.
You don't think so?
Probably not.
Well, I mean, everybody's talking about the Democratic, even CNN. I noticed I was watching today Fox and CNN. I like to bounce back and forth to see that's
the coverage.
the coverage that I do.
Oh,
I
is
go
it?
to each channel and I look to see what happens. And one thing I did notice, they had the Trump rally on Fox. I click this, and they never have the Trump rally on CNN.
Right.
They had the Trump rally on CNN.
I know that's interesting. I wonder
Do you
why.
know why?
No.
Because
Hoping he gets shot again?
they're bagging. They're if anything, they want to piss their audience off to get Biden
like
out.
look at this guy.
To get Biden out.
Oh.
So they're gonna let's start playing the Trump rallies to piss him off.
Did they
then,
not play it before because they thought they were going to like sway people?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now they figure they can't because now Biden's dropping out and they got a new candidate. So now what they're
If
going to
you
do.
play it, then you can make your own commentary to it.
Right. And then
Why don't, I mean, that's like a strategical mode they should have been doing for
They should have been doing that anyway. They
Yeah.
trashed on and then when Biden, have a new candidate come in or whatever, then they'll be like, oh, okay, now we got coverage on them. We'll stop playing the Trump rallies. You know what I mean? Let's go with it. But I noticed that. And that's the first time I've seen that.
Oh.
And I love news, man.
Oh
I go
my
back
God,
and
you
forth.
do.
I'm like an 80-year-old man right there.
You are. You watch so much news.
I watch local news. I watch
So
Fox.
much
I watch
news.
CNN. I watch it all.
I know.
I'm not fake news. I'm real news.
You have a lot of news.
Because I decipher it all. And I say what the real thing is.
So you're not a sheep, is what you're telling me?
I'm a what?
You're not a sheep?
What's that? I'm not a
Just
follower.
follow the herd.
Well, I'm probably a sheep.
Okay. It's trying to like lift you up there.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. On a lighter note, dear.
Okay. Yes. Let's get off of politics.
We're on the second. Yeah. The next important thing to politics is this.
In your life, yes.
Actually, this is ahead of politics.
I don't know how we went all week if we finally watched it last night. I don't know how
do you know
did
what I'm
it.
talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
The Bachelorette.
Yes.
Episode 2.
Yes.
Jen,
Jen.
the Asian girl. She's
The
cute.
Asian Bachelorette.
She's pretty normal. She's no, she's no
did you
glamour queen or anything.
Oh,
She's cute.
oh yeah, like kind of girl next door. You mean?
I would call her girl next door. Yeah.
Yes, I agree
like
with
her.
that.
She seems cool.
Yeah.
This season of the guys, is the dorkiest,
oh my
weirdest,
God.
grossest
It is the
batch
weirdest
of guys
set
ever.
of guys. The weirdest.
They get these guys from her profile kind of to match them up.
Right. They have things that apparently link.
So it's not jiving with the guys. I'm not buying it right now with the guys because
what is so weird to me is the Devin
none
guy.
of the guys are there for her. They're there for a fan.
He's the only name I can remember. Devin. He just interrupts everybody.
What's the contractor's name? Sam?
Yeah.
Maybe?
And the other guy's Aaron, pearl necklace. Remember that? Okay, I remember 3
There's
people's
one guy
names.
that wears a pearl necklace like a woman. It's ridiculous.
Which was what's his name's brother.
Noah's brother from Paradise.
I think his name was Aaron.
But anyway, Bachelor's one of the best shows out there.
It is so, which I'm sure that there's producers putting things in ears to start the, like,
Yeah.
I don't think to start the drama, but to like stoke the fire.
Well, I know
of the
they
drama.
stoke the fire. Because each one of them have their own producer.
Yes.
So they whisper in their ears.
So these guys though, geez.
This point.
They're just pussies.
Oh my God, I know.
This
It's so weird.
They have got to pout and fight about everything.
Guys are worse than the girls.
Oh my! This season is worse.
Yeah,
they
they're
normally
definitely
actually are
worse
worse,
than the
but this
girls.
one is like, oh my God.
But I got a thing out there to say about all guys who watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I've been a fan forever. I made Kiley a fan.
Mm-hmm.
All guys that watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette, it's more attractive if you just admit it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Kiley thought it was a piece of shit until I said, hey, I watched The Bachelor.
I thought you were a piece of shit until I learned that.
Yeah.
Okay, not true.
You like me more.
At first, I was like, "Excuse me,
He's sensitive.
you watch The Bachelor? I don't even watch The Bachelor."
Oh, wait, he has a pussy.
Right. So then you were like, "Come watch it with me," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I guess
I even got my kids
wanna
into watching.
hang out
I even
with
got
you,
Skylar into watching
so
The Bachelorette.
I'll come over and watch it with you." And
Yeah.
then you sucked me in.
Right. But actually, I got Skylar in to watch this, and she's going to call me and say, no, you didn't, but yes, I did.
Yes, you did. 'Cause we used
I've
to
always
watch it
talked
every
about it. I always
season.
watched about it.
Well, we would watch it every week
So
when it was
Sky,
on.
after you hear this next Wednesday, you're going to call me up and says, I started watching that on my own, but now she's hooked.
Right.
She watches The Bachelor and Bachelorette. Now, it's nice because me and Sky talk about it, just like me and you talk about it. And we can't believe it with this and this and that and that.
This guy with his pearl
Yeah.
necklace.
But as a man out there, if you're a single guy out there,
wear a pearl necklace?
I need you
Just
to
joking.
don't wear a pearl necklace. If you're a single guy out there and you watch The Bachelor, when you meet somebody,
Invite your lady over to watch it with you.
tell them that you watch The Bachelor
Like,
or Bachelorette,
I have a dirty secret. I watched The Bachelorette.
and talk all about it.
And most likely she watches it too.
And elaborate on it.
And
if
you
she
guys can
doesn't-
start having Monday night dates.
And you have Monday night dates, man.
Man.
You're gonna be scoring.
to
you're
all of our male
crazy.
listeners out there that are not over 60.
Oh, actually, we don't have any male listeners. Damn it! I wish we had male listeners to listen to this.
Right.
Ladies, get your boyfriends or husbands or whatever to watch this. Another funny thing out there. Let's keep it on the TV line because we watch Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, we do.
And Tom Sandoval. Me personally, I know you hate him.
I do.
Me personally, I kind of like him.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because you love a narcissist.
What? That's why
You
that's right.
love narcissists.
I do, and Tom Sandoval's a narcissist. I can't even say that. Narcissist.
You love them.
Right. I don't know why.
I don't either. You find them like entertaining.
I think so. I find him entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and him would probably hang out.
You would.
Yeah. But anyway,
take advantage
he's
of
probably
you.
one of the most hated guys on reality TV. He is the most hated guy.
I'd say yes.
Probably now, because he cheated on his innocent girlfriend, pretty much. Let's call her innocent. And you know, national TV, all this stuff went down, and now he's suing her. And now Bravo people are trying to get him banned from Bravo.
Oh.
They're going big time out. I saw a big article on it.
Right.
It's not going to work because they need him.
Oh, no, yeah, but he came out with a thing and was like, oh, no, is the lawyer did this. I didn't know he was doing this. I didn't read it all the way. I just signed it. I fired him. I'm going to take it back. I didn't know what I was doing.
Because if one time he thought he was going to make himself look good suing her, and then he realized it was bad, so he's changing. So it doesn't matter. He's still stupid.
What he's suing for is pretty stupid also. Did you see what he was suing her for?
No.
Because he's suing her for, I can't even remember the exact wordage is, but basically that she got into his phone without permission and watched that inappropriate video.
I thought Raquel sent it to.
But she got into Tom's
Ariana.
phone. She went into Tom's phone without
She probably did.
permission and did it. And so that's what he's going, that she did
You
it.
can't win a lawsuit like that.
No.
There's no way. People go into people's phones all the time.
Right. I think
You
it
could
had a
have a
passcode
passcode.
that she knew.
Right. So you can have a passcode that they wouldn't know. So that's stupid.
Right.
That's totally stupid. I think he was suing because he found out Raquel is probably going to win her case.
Oh, she is.
Well, no. I'm saying.
Oh.
He says his
Gotta get on
lawyers
this bandwagon.
his lawyers found out Raquel, shit, she might win her case.
Oh.
So
This is your speculation.
Yes, speculation. So his lawyers are like, shit, we need to sue her then. If she's going to win,
money.
If she's going to win,
need
why
to
would-
win
and
some.
Ariana's making bank right now, and Tom is broke probably.
He's got to be.
Because
he's a narcissist also. He's poor with his money.
He's living in a house that's been leveraged 2 or 3 times mortgages, and
Right.
and now the thing is worth about 2.1, and he can't sell it for 2.1 or
Right.
whatever, and
Market
whatever.
crashed.
So, market crashed, whatever. And they bought it at the high time.
And he got
Never buy a house. Never buy a house. And I got a cousin that can attest to this. Never buy a house with someone you're not married to. Because if you split up, it's very messy. If you're married and you get divorced, you split it, sell it, whatever.
Right.
But if you're not married and you buy a house together and that's your biggest asset,
you better have some paper trails also.
You better have some huge paper trails. And like I said, I got a cousin this kind of happened to, and according to him, he got screwed, but I don't know what happened. My cousin is not Tom Sandoval.
Are you sure? Just joking.
Are you sure? If he calls and listens to this podcast, I'll be very surprised.
Right.
Another reality TV thing that we follow a lot, and I don't know why we're obsessed with this stupid fucking chick.
Who?
Christina.
Oh my God, I know.
Whatever her name is.
I don't know what her last name is.
Barmusa, whatever her name is.
It was El Musa, and then it went back to, I can't remember what her maiden name was. Is Hall her maiden? I think that's her married name.
Hall's her maiden name, I believe.
I don't think it is.
Okay, whatever. But Christina from Flip Flop, she's kind of this skinny, blonde, with no ass.
Right.
Fake tits.
HGTV.
She's a very nice look. She's nice looking.
If you will.
Yeah. Darling, house designer, does everything
Not
in
a
gray
designer.
and white and whatever she is.
Offended by that statement.
Yeah. She didn't go to school for design, but
Therefore, she's a decorator.
But I would call her a professional decorator because she's got a TV show.
She can be a
and everything.
decorator. That's fine.
But anyway, and
she also has an interior designer on her show who does all that.
Yeah.
Because he's legit.
Oh, the guy, yeah.
Yes.
I kind of like him. He's cool. He should have his own show.
Because he's legit.
But anyway, she married this guy out of real love, let's call it.
About 6 months after she got divorced for the second time.
No, I'm talking about Tarek.
Oh.
She married Tarek and had a huge successful show.
They had 2 kids.
Everything else had 2 kids, and they got divorced. So, okay, that happens.
Which supposedly, because he went crazy with a gun and ran into the woods, that's what we got from people.
But if you say people's true news.
Yes.
And then so she married this guy, Ant, who has a show, a car show on reality TV also.
Not crazily after they got divorced either.
Yeah.
Let's say
And then had a kid with this guy, Ant. Yeah. Then they got divorced, and Ant hooks up with Renee Zellweger.
They're still together, I believe.
Okay, they're still together. And this Ant guy, they get divorced. And so you're thinking, oh, this guy's a player, blah, 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 blah. I don't think so. I think it might be her.
Oh, I
So
never
then
thought that.
She gets divorced again and marries this guy, Josh, who's a realtor.
Yeah.
And though this one's for real, you could tell they're in love. It seems regular. They go buy a house in Nashville.
They bought a house in like Dana Point, so they bought a house in Newport.
Like, I don't know what kind of money these guys are pulling in, but they're leveraging everything, I can tell.
As of what came out yesterday, I'd say yes.
Yes.
Which we'll say that next.
And so anyway, he filed for divorce
this past week.
And this girl's young. She's
my age.
She's not even 40, right?
She's my age.
Oh, she's 41.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know why I'm obsessed with her, fascinated by her, I guess, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, so we learned like he filed for divorce, I cannot say that word.
Irreconcilable differences.
Thank you.
That's why I'm an attorney.
Right. And she comes out with a thing with like a court thing that like we want to split up the properties 50-50, like, whoever they're going to go through finances and whoever gets like spousal support, whoever makes more money, whatever. He has a lot of rights to like her shows.
Well, she makes more money than him.
I don't know. She's like a producer. He's a producer like on all of her shows.
Yeah, but he makes more money. She makes more money.
They're coming out with a new show, all this stuff. Come to find out though, they also never had a prenup.
Because they probably made even money.
Which just tells me that she basically had no money. Whatever money she had, she sunk into the house.
Yeah, she probably had.
So they didn't. They both weren't coming in with a ton. And yeah, that's very interesting. You think these people have these lifestyles, but they don't really have money.
Yeah, like Sandoval. We're talking about two of them. Sandoval. Yeah. We're talking about her.
They have a nice house and a nice car, but they got nothing in their bank account.
It's all for show, but no dough.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
How'd you like that? Name of this podcast. All for show, no dough. Those of you that listen regularly, Mary Tess was going to be on, but we had to cancel because I had to go down to L.A.
Right. I would say we had to cancel or you had to cancel.
So we're going to record with her on September 13th. So we booked a new date, and we're going to a lot of interesting stuff. I'm not going to say what she's got going on because I don't know if she wants me to.
Right.
But hopefully we'll get into it.
I think so.
She had there's a really good podcast of hers, and it's called I Have Cancer. Oh. That's all I'm going to say because it's out there and I listen to it.
Right.
That's her best podcast she's done.
It was
so if you want to go out there and listen to
yeah.
it, that's all I'm going to say. And we'll pimp her out when she's on here. So I'm kind of excited, and we're going to talk good reality TV.
Yeah, I kind of said we had to cancel.
Yeah, we booked another guy, Aaron Foster, actor, comedian, going to be on.
Okay.
He'll be on sometime in August, so we'll get there. If anybody wants any hats and wine glasses, hit me up. I still got more. If you hit me up, I get them to you. I got to get Lauren a hat. We should bring a hat to Mel tonight, too.
Oh, does Mel want a hat?
I don't know. I'm just going to give her one. I just know because once in a while our friends, say they want hats and we never give them to them or whatnot.
Okay.
But anyway, it's been a good podcast. A lot to talk about. We didn't even get to half the shit, but it's time to wrap it up, dear.
Wrap it up.
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrola Concrete Construction. And we're going to give a shout out to Michael Weems Collection in Palm Springs on Palm Canyon. Kylie's holding up the pill. He makes pill arts. Does. I saw on Instagram he has some of his vintage porn up.
Oh yeah.
And then I liked it. And then I go, oh my god, people are gonna see I like that and think I like it.
Well, do you?
I kind of do. I don't know why.
One. You want one? You want to put one in the bathroom?
No, I don't want a naked male man with a bubble butt in my bathroom. But maybe I do.
You like the one that has the girl butt with the pineapple?
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one. That shows. Yeah. But me, yeah. I mean, I like his store. We're gonna go see him.
Yep.
Should be good. Anyway, if you like this podcast, rate us a 5 or share us with a friend. You just click copy this episode and send it to a friend. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So on that note, subscribe. Oh, wait.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm going all over the place.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway, dear. It's that time. Last call. Who we cheers in today?
I think we should give a cheers to Spirit Airlines for arriving in L.A.
safely
with all of your limbs attached.
I recommend Spirit Airlines.
Okay.
I didn't have any problem with Spirit Airlines. The plane flew nicely.
Oh, okay, great. Was your seat duct taped?
The staff was nice.
Was your seat duct taped?
There was no duct tape.
Okay, great.
It was a little cargo-ish.
Did you have carpet on the floor?
Tighter seats. Barely.
Oh, okay.
It was almost like not carpet on the floor.
Okay.
It was
turf, AstroTurf?
It was like AstroTurfish or just like, panel, let's call it. Yeah, like felt. It wasn't much for, no fluff.
Okay.
And no, funny thing about Spirit Airlines, there's no pocket holders.
Oh.
You can't like put your shit in the pocket holder. It's like bare bones.
Huh.
Bare fucking bones.
Interesting.
There's a little slot thing for the safety card, and that's it. Yeah.
That one must have been rough for you then.
But the staff was not real nice.
Oh, good.
And you know, they're. I noticed though, in Spirit, no one bought anything.
Well, yeah.
They went through the aisle with a cart, and then they had like 2 credit card charges. No one bought any water. No one bought anything.
Well, it was a short flight.
Yeah, but I would do it again to Burbank
Okay,
or
great.
LA, or I went to LAX on that one. But and it was cheap and convenient, and they had nonstop. Nonstop is big.
How much do you have to pay to put your bag up top?
I don't know.
Oh, just curious.
I'm thinking like $18.
Oh,
Something. It was something like that. $18.
It's a weird number,
like
but
that.
okay.
I think when I was getting the ticket over the phone, Kelly was saying that.
Oh, okay.
She was there.
Just checking.
Yeah. Subscribe or follow us, and wherever you get your podcasts, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour there.
Cheers, everybody. Love you, baby.
Love you.